ERT News, episode 26. Spring has sprung. Almost getting into Q2. And Tim, we got a lot of exciting updates for today.
Yeah, I'm excited to go through a few things, and spring has sprung. I like that, Jenna. Nice
Have
one.
you gotten your spring cleaning done? Yeah.
Oh, come on, come on.
All right. Well, today's topics, we've got some elite VFO collective speakers that we are really pumped to let you know and announce. One I'm very excited about. And well, all of them I'm very excited about, but one I think is going to be really great. We also have some roadmap updates. We're going to talk about Master the Elite model. So I'm just going to jump right into it. Officially confirmed coming out to the Elite VFO Collective is going to be none other than Ron Baker. So he is a co-founder of Threshold. He also is the co-host of The Soul of Enterprise. Anton, I've known Ron for a long time. He's such a thought leader in the accounting industry. I think Ian Wellham from our team had him on the Accountant Success podcast a few years ago. And it's come full circle because I believe you had a conversation with him, what, 12 years ago?
Yeah, I think 11 or 12. I know, it's really exciting. I remember reading his books probably 15 years ago. I think he's written 8 best-selling books in the
Eight
space, if I'm not
best-selling books.
mistaken.
Yep.
And when we were starting Elite Resource Team, I had reached out to just try to kind of pick his brain, see if he'd be willing to come to one of our in-person events at the time. There was maybe 10 people there. And, we had a really nice conversation. We weren't at that spot in the development of the business where we could get him to attend an event. So it was wonderful connecting back with him. Jenna had teed it up for us nicely. He has followed our work. He's seen the development. He's excited to be there with the community. He's aware of how unique what we have all been creating here really is. So, yes, as you said, he's often referred to as the godfather of value-based billing. I don't know that there's many people that are more influential in the accounting space. And so for those of you that are CPAs on it, should be a really interesting conversation. For those of you that the advisors are listening, it still should be a really eye-opening conversation, plus just a nice additional benefit of inviting your CPAs to come on out.
Yeah,
And
not to use an outdated phrase, but we definitely were singing from the same song sheet, if you
yeah,
will, when
yeah.
we were talking. Ron has spoken with over 450,000 professionals, which is crazy at Counting Today, most influential people. I mean, it's just really cool to have him come and attend our conference. So if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, definitely do so. He'll also be alongside these wonderful speakers as well, Darren Sujiyama, Kim Lockridge, and Justin Draplin. So we're going to keep those names coming for you, but these are just some that we think we wanted to share and get you kind of excited about what's coming up in June.
Yeah, and before we move on from the speakers, it's really neat. Not only are all four of them speaking at the event, like from a stage, presenting, sharing ideas, education. But they are all also excited to be there, to be at the event, to be at
Mhm.
lunches. Not only is Ron doing a main stage, but he's doing a breakout session. He's staying overnight just so he can interact with the other people, including, the community there. And that's really the vision for the VFO Collective, is to create this once a year annual event where people that are truly dedicated to offering more proactive and holistic advice to their mutual clients through collaboration come to this event to see other people, to learn what's going on, and to talk about the future of how we can all work together to create that vision.
Yeah,
So,
it's so true. I mean, even Kim Lockridge, she's from Engineer Tax Service. Last year, we had the event, and afterwards, we actually met for lunch locally here in New Jersey. And she said, oh, "Listen, I got to get back at that event. Your crowd was so great. I want to do something really exciting next year." And here we go. She's locked in. She's coming out. Room's already booked, and we're ready to
love it.
roll. So, it
Love it.
really continues throughout the year. It doesn't just end in June. The conversation continues. So. Yeah, just so excited to have everybody out there and we're getting closer.
Yep. Good stuff.
All right, well, kicking it back, speaking of what's coming up next, we want to just take a minute pause as we're getting into Q2, the roadmap that we presented a few weeks back, and really talk through what we've done and what is continuing to come up.
Very good. I'll take this one. So, yes,
Yeah.
as we are approaching Q2, let's look briefly at some of the things we've discussed early in January. The fast track programs, wanting to be able to offer them at scale. So, with the VFO fast track and the partnership fast track are offered to all new members coming into the community. Also, the VFO Fast Track's open to both advisors and accountants. So that's on a really nice pace. The book licensing options, we now have had 8 VFO accredited professionals. Doesn't matter advisor or accountant. If they're VFO accredited, which means 50,000 or more VFO revenue, they can license our books, and we've had 8 people take us up on that.
Hold on,
The
hold on. Did you see the hardcover Michael Sims has? Because that is
Oh,
nice.
I
That is
saw
real
a
nice.
hardcover. I saw an Instagram. I saw a TikTok reel of Michael Sims. Yeah, it's looking good.
Love it.
Uh, Live quarterly events. We had our first one in January. We've got our second one coming up late April. Jen is going to share some more details on that. But those are the quarterly events to master the basics. The local chapters and in-person meetups, we're looking at late 2026 to start really facilitating those. The Accountant Introduction Program 2.0. We have 23 people now participating, 23 advisors that are VFO accredited that are participating in that Accountant Introduction Program where we're actually introducing them one-on-one to explore the collaboration and the partnership. Client introduction program, we're still planning on working on that in late 2026, where we actually bring in mass affluent, high net worth, successful business owner clients, introduce them to you and your accountant partnerships. And then the CE, we have made some progress this
Yes.
year. So historically, we've been able to offer the CE credits for the CPAs. This year, we're able to
CPE,
offer,
CPE credits for CPA.
CPE credits for CPAs.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jenna. And then this year, we are able to offer to EAs, enrolled agents, and CFPs. And in the future, I think 2027, we'll shift then to insurance agents and attorneys. So letting you know the roadmap, and at some point, we'll be able to offer all 5 of those professionals either CEs or CPE certification. And then we have a couple additions to the roadmap. If you want to go to the next slide there, Jenna. So the automation and the AI, I mean, we knew this would be a part of 26, but we didn't really know exactly where we would start with it. We have our full-time data manager, AI integration specialist, Jake Latham. He's already created those monthly statements for the VFO revenue. So we have dozens of members now that are getting statements breaking down all of the details on their VFO specialists and revenue, as well as their corporate members. We have proactive coordinator tasks for the VFO Fast Track. They're all being done now. So invoices being sent, payment agreements, all of the email collaboration going back and forth. We've got a lot of AI and automation there. We are now focusing on building the automation and AI into our VFO tax planning process. That should be done by beginning of April. And then we'll shift to our showroom for our VFO specialists. And we are hoping to have something to demonstrate for the attendees at the June VFO Collective. So
It's
a
beautiful.
lot of
I've seen it.
integration there.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Hey, if you see some of our VFO services team a little happier lately, a lot of that has to do with some of this automation and AI. So huge shout out to Jake and all the work he's been doing. It's
And
really magnificent what he's done in such a short amount of time, too.
yeah, it's very exciting. Obviously, we all know AI is not like it's not going anywhere. It's only getting faster and better and more relevant. And a lot of what we're doing, we will share with you as we're doing it so you can see like how you can leverage this opportunity as well. And then the last thing that we started working on a couple weeks ago and finished some initial documents, but now we've got even more to deliver is all around compliance. So much more detailed documentation of the model, both the VFO Fast Track, Partnership Fast Track for your compliance officers. And then we have case studies. So our team's going out to members that are working with Ameriprise, Guardian, Edward Jones, and and just breaking down how did you get this approved through your compliance. So we'll have case studies for you, and we anticipate that being ready within the next couple of weeks. So I'd say early April timeframe.
Love it. I think that's going to be huge. As you guys know, or if you don't, we do have 2 checklists right now that are already in the school community. So if you need it, let us know. But I think
We
that's
can
going to be
post it below this video. How about
yeah,
that?
I'll
Yeah.
post it. No worries. Yeah. And I just think that's just a wonderful, thing to have. So love that. And okay, cool. We're going to kick it back to the Master of the Elite model coming up spring 2026. It's going to be very similar to what we did back in January. The first day is going to be all about the VFO. The next day is going to be all about the partnership track. So it's the 30th of April, also Friday, May 1st. You can use that QR code to register and let us know what program you're a little bit more interested in or what's something that you want to just get back to the basics or learn a little bit more about. When you go to the registration, just check that off. And then hopefully we can do is start sending you out the checklist, some of the brochures that we have to just as you go through that 90-day process, you have something to follow along with. So really looking forward to getting back together with you on that, Anton, coming up in a couple weeks here. We have some
Yes, it
panels.
is. Yes, it
We'll have
is.
some of our team on. So yeah, it's going to be good.
We've also refined the VFO Fast Track, the 5 steps of the process now to mirror the partnership Fast Track 5 steps.
Yes.
So I think it's going to have a really nice, like left hand, right hand. Everything is going to be more symbiotic with identify, contact, engage, monetize, and maintain both end user clients for the VFO value prop and accountant partnerships for the accountant relationships. So looking forward to it.
Likewise. Awesome. Well, great stuff. I love everything that we've already done and love where we're headed. So thanks for spending episode 26 with us, and we will see you next time. Thanks, Anton.
Thanks, everyone.